Hello, this is Confuser. I'm on the island, playing on a private server, and I'm going to do a little video tour of my bases. Probably just as I can remember where they are, because I don't remember what order I built them in, but I just, mostly for my own reference. I started on this beach here. This is the west coast of the island. Why isn't that mapped in? So I'm on the west coast. I found this shack here that somebody built, and they didn't put a door on it, but they had a mortar, and a smithy, and a forge. And so I was able to start crafting stuff right away without using up too many engrams. Then I built a bunch of rafts. Rafts are great for experience points. And one of the rafts I turned into this parking. It was going to be a taming pen, portable taming pen, but it turned into habitat for my animals, or a storage place. So I've got a feeding trough back there. Some animals that I tamed. Got some nice hyenas right off the bat. The accidental pegos, I hate those things. So this is kind of the first base I had here. This came much later. This is a place to drop off artifacts for boss fights. So there's a sea caves in the water not too far from here. And this is a pen to park our basilisk, not our basilisk, our basilosaurs. When we come back from the deep sea crate, we can start artifacts in here, and then we can bring a flyer to collect them. Wyverns is the fastest, but the original thought was a Quetzal with a platform saddle and a storage bin on it, so that we could move a bunch of artifacts at once. But they're so slow. So that's this beach. This is the first place I started. Leveled up fairly quickly. Some Bronto there. Heading north to what I like to call the Peninsula. This is an allies base up there on the hill. Very nice. So this area out here, there's a giant rock in the middle. I call this the Peninsula. It's a great place for leveling creatures. Also for finding Argents or Rexes or Carnos, saber cats, all sorts of things. I think I've found a couple of my hyenas out here. Not a lot right now. Down here is my taming pen, which is much more elaborate than it needs to be, but I like to build things that look nice. So you walk in, you leave them in, then you can run out the other side, and sneak back around and shut the gates. I've got gates on all the sides, so you can lead it in from different directions. I tamed a Yudi in here. That was scary. I thought that ledge around the edge, the top, was going to help trap Argents in here, but it turned out to not work. So, oh well. Got some campfires and a mortar. And I built this before we had the Structures Plus mod on this server. When this server first started, there were no mods, so some enhanced XP boost, taming, that kind of stuff, but no mods. Now we have reusable equipment mods. We have medieval structures. Is it called medieval structures? Yeah, medieval structures 2 or something like that. Structures plus, pillars plus, platforms plus. I spent most of my time beginning playing this in Linux, which worked mostly great, but on the island and Ragnarok, the water surfaces didn't draw correctly, so I couldn't see into the water. It's very annoying. There's a lot of glare here. It's also annoying. Anyways, I used that first base just to level. I did lots of crafting. Built the rafts, built the raft structures, made lots of narcotics, spark powder, cementing paste, whatever I could. And leveled up fairly quickly. Later in the game, I think it was level 50 or 60 or something, I don't know, pretty high, before one of the other players on the server found me. Much later in the game, I built this little mining outpost. 4140. Keep a Inky up here. Keep a set of Gilly up here. Not great, but better than average. So that I can go mining in the volcano without any heat problems. Get lots of obsidian, some metal, some crystal. Most of this is for the obsidian. If I plan ahead, I bring a little bit of gasoline and some cementing paste. And then I can make oh, my engrams all got reset and I haven't done it yet. I can make a polymer up here and then bring the polymer home. And it's easier than bringing the obsidian back. I don't need any of that. Okay. I got a smithy to repair tools, mortar, forge for making gasoline. So I just go uphill, gather the obsidian. Downhill, I'm heading east now. Downhill from the volcano, you can see the entrance to the cave down there. One of the artifacts is in there. Over here in this region is called, you can see in the upper left, the Grand Hills. I have another taming pen here. This is another good place to find interesting things to tame. .3751 is the coordinates. So I like to paint things with colors to show. In this case, there's a hole in the ground or in the floor. Painted the bottom to show where the ladder is. Just, I don't know. Just because I like colors, and I like to use artifacts for lighting. So you make the artifact base out of obsidian. You can store artifacts in there. Anyway, so this is inside dimensions here. It looks like 5 by 5, 2 wide for each gate. Yeah, so 5 by 5 with ramps for easy in and out. This is just normal structures here, no mods pieces yet, because we didn't have that yet. So that's that. Let's see, not my base, so I'll let somebody else do that tour. I think I had, yes. This was a sad day. So I knocked out this really nice Argent to tame it. Realized I didn't have enough stuff to finish the tame. So oh, it got injured, that's what happened. So it fell on this rock, and then raptors started eating it. So I wanted to let it wake up. and start over again with the tame so I didn't lose effectiveness on there. So I built this structure around it. And then tried to knock it out again. I don't remember, something went wrong and it died anyways after all that. So that's my sad Argent Memorial. Heading south. I call this the Volcano River because it's on the south edge of the volcano, burning east and west. It's another great place to find all sorts of creatures. On the beach here, got a few of these scattered all over the map. It's another taming pen. This one's an octagon. So just fence supports, 2 on each side. Every other side has the dino gates, and then the others has the door frames, so you can shoot through at whatever you have trapped inside. And then storage box just for being able to share stuff with allies that are either using my pen or helping me tame something. What is that? Prolovia. This is my cooking house. You can stand in the water here. Get your water skins, fill them up because your feet are in the water, and do your cooking. And you can fill through cooking pots from one spot. And get on the roof if you came on an Argent, park it on the roof. Easy access in and out. I've got another one of these taming pens on the western end of the redwoods. If we fly up the hill here, let's see, there's somebody else's platform. So this is a tower I built to get honey. You can see at the top of the tower there is the beehive. You grab the honey, and then climb down the ladder. You can usually get out in time before the bees get you. But if you miss the ladder, then they sting you and you probably die. And you can't just jump off because it's too high. Unless you got parachutes, but the parachutes I think are too slow to escape the bees. Anyways, so we wanted a little mining operation, a place to get metal. And this mountain is called the Red Peak. There's metal all over the place up here. Apparently there's also wild rexus. So lots of metal, lots of crystals. So what was going to be just a little mining outpost turned into this big huge base. And these guys have not been fed for a while, so I want to make sure they get some food. This Rex in particular is my personal storage chest. So I've got all sorts of stuff on here. Alright. So this base was going to be just a small mining outpost, and it started with this first structure in front of me, and then it expanded, and then we started taming things, and then parking them here, and then yeah. So we've got the front entrance here. And then down below there's an entrance to the lower area. On the outside there's a side entrance. Sometimes animals get trapped in here, raptors or saber cats. You gotta watch out they don't ambush you. This side's kind of a drop off. So down below, got the industrial forge, smithies for storage, campfires. It does get cold here at night sometimes. Storage bins, artifact storage, generator. Walkway, this goes around back to the outside. And I've got a walkway that goes around here. Because when you have a lot of animals, sometimes they get in the way and it's hard to move around. So I built that walkway around there so I could always get around my animals. And then when something attacks nearby, they all bunch up and get in a mess and you have to re-park them all. Anyway, so this is the animal area. There's another ramp you can see over there. The stairs, here's the crafting room. Started out with a couple forges. I just keep one for making gasoline if I need to. Bookshelves. You can access the industrial forge from up here. Mortars before we got the chem bench, or if we just want to do small batches. Got the chemistry bench. Here's that ramp to the animal area. Just a moment. Alright, thank you for your patience. I'm back again. Yeah. So, fabricator back here, a couple refrigerators. Secret storage. No. We want to stockpile stuff for projects. I had these filled with polymer before, and then we made something with it. got a keypad there we can use to open up all the gates. So up here on top, I had plant species X up here, but they died from neglect because I spent too much time on our other connected servers. Greenhouse. Earth beetle. Almost stuff died. I had vegetables in the medium plots and various other berries, mostly narcoberries, miha berries for taming, tinta berries for health brews, and might have had some stem berries in there. This is where we parked our Quetzal before I got it killed. That was a sad day. And additional parking for flyers up here. A couple hatch frames in the roof. So this is our Red Peak base. A couple tree cats. Those, I love those tree cats. So that's our mining base, the Red Peak base. I like the navy blue. My son plays with me here. In my tribe, he likes cyan, so we incorporate both colors. Originally, when we came to this mountain, we were going to make tree platform bases. I got the platforms placed and decided, you know what, we need metal. So then that Red Peak base happened and all our stuff got put there instead. So now those are mostly just emergency flyer storage. Down here in the swamp, surprise, it's another taming pen. This one was built specifically to try the new Titanoboa taming when that was introduced. So the idea was you could drop your snake in there and then drop an egg in there and it would eat it. And it worked. We have a Titanoboa now, which we've moved elsewhere. But it's a nice place to come out in the swamp if you want to catch swamp critters. It's the same as the pen out in the Great Hills area. Same dimension, same design. Oh, the green tower here. When we were doing the boss fights, this is where we staged all our Rexes. And also when the server hosts set up the connected servers, we needed a place to spawn in when we're coming from different servers. Or rather a way to get to a tower so you could change servers. So I built these little 2x2, I call them survival sheds. It's just a 2x2 shed with beds. In this case there's some storage for me and my tribe mate, and a smithy for storage and repairing stuff. Beds for spawning. Well, you can fast travel here so you can get to the green tower and go to another server. Back here is our boss fight trophies. Brood mothers and gorilla, whatever, Megapithecus. And eventually we're gonna get the dragons. So we've got a bunch of Quetzals here, we've got some Daedons. This is my warbird. When I tamed her, she was a really nice warbird, but moving to the center in Ragnarok, I've gotten things that were even higher levels. So these are all our Rexes. Some of our neighbors are parked here too. We've got, let's see, is this? Yeah, some of our breaded animals. I want to get all the Rexes up to 40,000 health and pretty high melee. Grayson here is one of the fathers of the tribe. Got really good stats on him. Alright, so let's continue the tour. So these little survival sheds, I've got them all over the place on this. I craft, so it's 5 foundations, 2x2 plus front. And I usually put a standing torch or a wall torch outside, and with the S+ ones, they always stay lit. You can tell them to auto shut off during the daytime or stay on all the time, so I keep it on all the time so it's easier to see in the fog or at night. And then there's a door frame and a door, 7 walls to go around, 2 each of the sloped triangle, sloped stone wall left and 2 stone wall right, 4 of the sloped stone roofs, 2 beds. Usually, if for my true survival shacks, I'll have a little forge, I'll have a mortar, a campfire, a smithy, and then maybe if it's a place I'm going to dump stuff off, a crafting station, because they hold 300 pieces, stacks. That gives you everything you need to repair gear, make some narcotics quickly, cook some food. So heading south. This canyon area I like to call Beggar's Canyon, because when I first started playing ARK, we were kind of begging for a good Spino to tame, and we finally found one here. And that's a very memorable occasion, scrambling for narcotics to keep the Spino unconscious, trying to keep the raptors from biting it while I was getting tamed. That was quite a night. Name here for the game name for this region is Dreo's Cove. And then straight south is, I call it Herbivore Island, or I don't know, I've got other names for it too. This is where our main base is, because I like to do a lot of underwater stuff on the island. So my tribe mate thought he wanted a bridge, so he built a bridge. Ugh. Anyway, so we've got this pen here. I think there's a feeding trough over here. The lights are off, so the generator must be shut off. So we pinned off the harbor to keep the alpha sharks from getting in. It's a little egg laying production area. There used to be an oviraptor in this pen. He escaped and I don't know where he went. This house Well, actually, let's bring the nebula along. Now, it's a little structure here. You can park the Megalania on there, but they eventually dismount, so that didn't work out so well. I gotta park to make sure he's not blocking the ladder so I can get back up here. Alright, so we've got two structures. One on the side is Cod's house. They're pretty much identical. That's mine. And then the structure I'm on right now, this is the generator building. So there's no gas. Now there's light. Alright, so this is the generator building. I store gasoline in the smithies there. Got 4 different ladders to access the ceiling where the parking was. Glass floor just because I like glass. And open water. Unfortunately, when I started this whole construction project, the foundations are considered submerged. So if you put something like a fabricator or a campfire on that directly on the foundation, it won't work because it's considered underwater, which is really sad. So I have S plus fabricator, I guess, works in order. So the campfires had to go on tables. Cooking pots had to go on tables. The forge had to go on a table. This is another one of those places where you can stand in the water to refill the thing. Got my personal storage. This is an S plus metal storage box. Irrigation pipe here goes to industrial cooker. Got wine beer barrels behind that, which I don't really use, but I wanted to tame a calico, so I need a beer. Got the industrial grill. We got landing platforms out here. There's 4 of these. Each one has a ladder. You can see right there. So you can get to the platforms from inside or outside. Megalania on the roof. Just because if you can have a climber, you might as well park it on the roof, right? Got the chem bench. We got the storage for the chem bench materials. Eggs, preserving bin for jerky and kibble. Catwalks connecting each structure here. I had angler gel in all the standing torches and wall torches in here, which is really nice because it gives off a nice blue light. But it's been a while, so those aren't here anymore. Lots of animals in the water. Some eels, some bassies, a mosa, pleasy, anglerfish. Might even have a shark. No, that's somebody else's shark. Yeah, Pinky. Hi, Pinky. Up on the hill. So this base is just kind of expanded and built as I inspired to add on to it, but I've been pretty pleased with this. And then up on the hill here, oh no, it's getting dark. There's a lot of metal up here. There's like, I don't know, 12 rocks? 15 rocks? There's my base. There it is. So the whole reason, not the whole reason, but I started on this island because it's a nice quiet place. There's nothing here that will hurt you unless you punch them first. And there's a lot of metal. So I've got 4 forges. I've got my metal gathering Anki, Pebbles. Hi there, Pebbles. Got my berry gathering, thatch gathering Stego. And then I can just craft stuff up. So that's pretty much it for the island. You can see an artifact at the bottom of the water there. Used to light underwater so you can see more easily when you're coming in at night. Yeah, so that's the island. I'm gonna go park at the green tower, cut the video, and I'll start another one for the next server. We have, there's a server in this cluster for each map. So I'll probably do a little video tour of each one. Mostly just for my own reference, because I enjoy base building and I want to be able to see my bases again later once the servers, if it gets reset or go somewhere else. It's nice to have some reference points for stuff I've built in the past. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. A little tour. And I'll see y'all next time.